Once upon a time, deep in a vast and mysterious forest, a merchant traveled with his faithful camel. They had journeyed far, through scorching deserts and bustling towns, but today, the camel was weak and sick. The merchant, worried that his companion would not make it, decided to leave the camel behind. With a heavy heart, he whispered his farewell and continued his journey alone. Left to fend for itself, the camel struggled at first, but nature had its ways of healing. With time, the camel grew strong again, enjoying the abundant greenery and fresh water of the forest. Little did it know that fate had an unexpected twist waiting for it. One day, the camel encountered a lion, a fox, and a crow. They watched it curiously. "Who are you, stranger, and how did you end up in our forest?" the lion asked. "I was abandoned by my master when I was ill, but I have recovered and made this forest my home." "I mean no harm," the camel replied respectfully. "A camel in the forest? That's unusual. But if you wish to stay, you are welcome. We live here in harmony," the fox said slyly. "Yes, we take care of one another." "You may stay with us," the crow added. And so, the four became friends. They shared stories, explored the forest together, and looked out for one another. The camel, trusting and kind, felt fortunate to have found such good company. But friendship is not always what it seems. One fateful day, the lion fought a great battle with an elephant. Though he won, he suffered deep wounds and could no longer hunt. Days passed, and as the lion rested in his den, his friends grew hungry. Without their leader to hunt, they struggled to find food. The lion, weak and hungry, called his friends to his den. "My dear friends, I cannot hunt in this state. You must go out and bring me food. Fox, you search in one direction, Crow, you take another, and Camel, you go in the opposite direction. Return only when you have found food." Obediently, the three set out. But despite searching far and wide, they found nothing. Disappointed, they returned empty-handed, fearing their king's wrath. Back at the lion's den, the three stood before him, exchanging nervous glances. "Your Majesty, we searched everywhere, but there is no food to be found. However, I am willing to sacrifice myself for you. Eat me, so you may regain your strength," the fox hesitated. "No, Fox, you are too small to satisfy the lion's hunger. Instead, let me be the meal." "My life is of little worth," the crow interrupted. "Both of you are too small. If anyone should sacrifice, it should be me. I am large enough to satisfy not only our king but also the rest of you," the camel said sincerely. The moment the camel spoke these words, the fox and crow exchanged sly grins. In an instant, the lion pounced on the camel, and the fox joined in. The trusting camel had sealed his fate with his own words. The forest darkened as the scene faded. The lion, fox, and crow, now well-fed, sat in silence, while the space where the camel once stood lay empty. And so, the loyal and kind-hearted camel met a tragic end. The fox and the crow, cunning and deceitful, had manipulated him into giving up his life. The lion, despite being the king, could not resist his own hunger. Not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Be careful who you trust.